Little brushes, okay? They give you a whole set of little brushes in here. Okay, and you got a nice little one right here. This little guy fits in through your little holes here. Make sure that you get it in this hole and clean this hole, okay? Next one, you're gonna go right through the tube. You're gonna clean this tube right out. It's gotta be nice and clean, okay? Same with these. This you're gonna rinse and scrub. You can let it soak. They do have a couple of special tools right in this bag here. I have a couple more that I will leave you, okay, before I leave, but I'm just gonna show you the tool now. You always get one in every tune-up kit. So this tune-up kit is all the gaskets in this machine. This needs to be changed every 90 days. You replace them, okay? You throw all the ones away and you put all new ones in every 90 days, okay? But we're gonna take this poker. This is our tool that we're gonna keep, okay? So this is gonna go in this box, or you're gonna have one. I'll leave you a couple of them. You're gonna have a bunch of these, okay? And you use this tool to safely take off O-rings. So you're gonna kind of fit it under, and they're gonna be tough the first time, and it lets you take the O-rings off, okay? You must take off O-rings, every O-ring, and clean underneath, because gunk builds up, and it's just bacteria if you don't clean it, okay? So these are gonna come off. Same with this one, it will come off. Then we're gonna rinse it under the sink, okay? So we're gonna rinse them in the sink, rinse the gasket, goes back on again, okay? When you're done, when you're dry, okay? So that's to clean these tubes, okay? The next, we are going to take off our handle assembly. So to take our handle assembly off, we simply, these are only hand tight, okay? There's a gasket that makes the seal. These don't have to be tight, 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 okay? They just snug them up and you're good, okay? So you're gonna loosen these right off until they don't spin any, well, they'll just keep spinning. But you'll know the door's off because the door will come loose, okay? And this is your door assembly, okay? So this, right here, these are a bunch of different parts that are part of the door assembly that do various things. These will fall out now, okay? They come off sideways. So if you turn it sideways, this will drop on the floor. So just be careful. So this is gonna come off right here. Here's your two doors. You hear me, guys? Just gonna move some stuff out of the way so that way we can get everything. So every week is gonna be your set day. So what day do you wanna do it on this store? Or is it the same on every store?
Probably Thursday, right? Oh, Thursday.
Yeah. Thursday.
Before the weekend.
So if Thursday is your cleaning day,
Yeah.
all right?
So it's ready for Friday.
Yeah.
Friday we do new flavors.
Perfect. So if you're cleaning it Thursday night,
Yeah.
the Thursday during the day, like when you get low on product, don't fill it all the way to the top, okay? Because when you clean the machine, you have to throw the product away. You can't reuse it, okay? Do not save the product.
Okay.
It doesn't work out.
I see.
It's bad, okay?
Yeah.
So it won't freeze properly once it's been through the freezing cylinder, okay? So first of all, the hopper should be a little bit empty. So next, you're gonna want to drain it. So to drain it, you're gonna push in the middle. It looks like a faucet. It looks just like that faucet right there, okay? That means wash. So when you push the faucet on each side, it's just gonna turn the augers inside. They just rotate. And just by rotating, it creates a push out the door, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take these feed tubes out of the hopper. You're gonna wash them in the sink. The O-rings are gonna come off. We'll talk a little bit about that in a bit, okay? And then you're gonna take some warm water. You never put hot water in an ice cream machine, ever, okay? It causes problems with the refrigerant and compressor oils, okay? It can cause compressor issues in the future. So you're protecting your investment here by never putting hot water in. You can put cool water, slightly warm water, but that's it. So I would have my hopper, I would take warm water and I'd pour some warm water in the hopper. As the warm water gets in, it's gonna cause any ice cream in here to melt faster and come out easier, okay? You're gonna hold the bucket under, kind of like right under here, and you can hold all three at once if you want to. Pull all the handles down.
Yep. Draining. Yeah.
And as long as it's in the wash with the faucet, you just hold it until it's empty, okay? And then once it stops, you dump it. You can put some more water in and make sure you rinse it out, because when you take the door off, you really don't want ice cream left over in there. It just makes a mess and it's sticky and everything else. You'd rather just have water, okay? So pour another bucket of warm water in there, cool to warm water. And again, let it run through and drain it all out until it's empty, okay?
When it's empty, it's automatically shut off, or you have to
Nope,
press it?
you have to push it to stop it. Correct, thank you. Yep, so once you're done and there's nothing more coming out, you're gonna turn off these two buttons, okay? And now at that point, we're gonna start disassembling our machine. So for 3 months, every week, you're gonna wash. Everything we're taking off today, we're gonna wash in the sink, and you're gonna put it all back together again, okay? So to take the handles off, okay, there's no wrong way. There's one is a small rod, and it only holds one handle in, okay? The second rod is a longer rod, and it holds two handles. It doesn't matter which side the long rod goes on, okay? So you're gonna start, I go like, keep it up so you can't drop the handle. One's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. You can pull the handle right out now. Third one comes out, okay? Next step, these guys right here, they can go up or down. It doesn't matter which way you wanna push them out, okay? You can push them down, they're gonna come out, okay? One. Only difference is you will see a difference between the middle one, that one's the middle, and this one is one of the edges. Now, the difference between the two, okay, so now this is ready to go, this is ready to wash. So you're gonna put this right in the sink, you're gonna run water through it, you're gonna get your brushes. Oh, I got the brushes out already. The brushes are gonna fit through all these tubes, right through, all three. Okay, you're gonna get into here, you're gonna clean this, you're gonna turn the door upside down. It's a little too big now. You're gonna go to a different brush, okay? So this opening right here is where the one flavor comes out of this handle. This opening right here is your other flavor coming out. These two little up in the top here, that's your middle, okay? So these, the brush will go right this way into the middle, okay? So that's how it feeds each of the three zones. These two come meet in the middle, and one here and one here. So you're gonna be in the water, you're gonna be scrubbing this, you're gonna have your brush coming through under the water here, and just brush what you can and get in your little more guides. They will come off because you'll wash underneath them. This is tricky to come out. You kind of force it through at an angle, and it pops off, okay? It might seem like that, like it's tricky to get off, but you just kind of go at a bit of an angle, and boom, it comes.
So what you trying to do? You're trying to take everything apart so you can wash these things?
You're gonna have 2 circles and only 2 circles. I always do the top one first. If it's under, you don't want to break the O-ring, so you never want to stretch with this, okay? This is merely just to get in there and get it started. So once you get it started, you're gonna use your thumbs. Your thumb catches right here, and I'm gonna use my next thumb, and I'm gonna run my thumb in a circle around to get my O-ring out of the groove, okay? It's the best way to make these gaskets last the longest. It's gonna get caught on the next ring. Just gonna use your thumb, and it comes off. And again, on the bottom one, you're gonna get it started, and you're gonna use your thumb, and you're gonna come around with your thumb, and it pops them off, okay? So we're gonna wash these, and you're gonna get your little brush in, and you're gonna scrub these circles, because you're gonna find they're gonna get full of ice cream, okay? You'll be full of it, okay? And you have to clean the bacteria. Once it's clean, you can put them back on. Bottom one, top one, again, use your thumbs. You don't need the pick at this point. Drops in. Those are your 2 end ones. These are the 2 same. The middle one has a different looking gasket, okay? So the middle one, again, it's the same, but I'm gonna start at the top first, okay? Because it'll stretch if I don't. So I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna start it, and again, use my thumb. And I'm gonna bring my thumb around in a circle. If I can get it all the way around, almost, but not quite. This one's a little bit tougher. Ah, there we go, we got it. See? And you're gonna make it look kind of like that. See how it's got little wings? Okay, now I'm gonna put my start on the next lower rung, and I'm gonna get it started, and I'm gonna use my thumb again, and now it's starting to come off. Okay, now this one's gonna fall in. Oh, it came right off. How about that? Sometimes it'll fall back into this groove here like this, and you're left with this kind of a situation. And then again, you just in a little bit, use your thumbs, comes around. This is the middle. Okay, so there's a gasket separating the 2 flavors when it's in. Okay, that's how you know this guy goes in the middle. So you're gonna scrub this one all out, and then we're gonna put her back together, okay? So when this goes back together, the easiest way to do it is line up these 2 lines with the 2 grooves in the door right off the hop. So line up your lines, you get it started. Next, I'm gonna throw in my pick tool, and I'm gonna just get it started. and then I'm gonna use my thumbs to come around, okay? Now, I don't wanna drop this one down into this next hole without this one being on because it stretches it, okay? You don't wanna stretch. So you can bring it down a little bit, then you wanna catch your bottom and get your bottom back on again so you're left with this situation again. And then you're gonna pull it down and boom, it comes into place, okay? And it will take the shape of the draw valve, okay? So you got your middle. Next is your beater. So these are the things that create your ice cream. So these shave the crystals. So what ice cream is trillions of crystals, okay? So when the liquid touches the sides, it gets turned into crystals. This is rotating, shaves the crystals off, and pushes the whole mix forward as it rotates, okay? So what we're going to do, the important part on this are these, okay? So this is really super important that it faces the right way. This gasket looks like a C, okay? The C must face the rest of the auger, okay? Because think of it as a C, when there's pressure on it, it opens wider and doesn't let anything get by it. If you turn this C around the other way, and it's the other way, when pressure pushes on it, it'll just push it down and mix will leak through the back, okay? So it really matters which way this goes, and you'll see when it comes off. Getting this off can be tricky, okay? Just because it's in a really bad spot. You can go this way at it, and just get it started if you can. And again, I'm only getting it started. I don't want to use this pick tool to pull because I'll just damage the gasket. So once I get it started, I run with my finger around again and it pops over. See, when I take this off, I'd like you to see, there's a C, there's an opening, and there's a solid side.
So the C go inside?
See the C? See how it's like open on one and solid, that you don't flip it over, okay? So you're gonna set it kind of in position. I've got my C facing down the auger like I want to, my opening. Now I have to get it over without flip 180ing it, because what you'll try to do is try to push it over and it'll get caught and it'll roll over and it'll be facing the wrong way. Okay, so this one's a little tricky to get into place, but you can get it started and you're gonna try to like get it with your fingers just like that, and you want the C to be facing this way. So when pressure pushes on it, it expands it and it doesn't let mix go by, okay? And you'll know right away, as you can see if the mix is pushing, this is gonna open and not let anything go in, okay? So this is your auger, which creates your freezing. And there's two of them, one for each side. And it's the exact same process, okay? Did you wanna try it? See if it needs lubricant, okay? Now, it's super important that you do not get lubricant on this gear part of the assembly. This stop sign looking piece fits into a motor in the back. You don't want to put lubricant here and put lubricant into the motor, okay? All it does is it turns into a glue, a gummy mess back there, and it will glue this auger into the motor if you don't clean it, or you say you put it away in storage for a month and you try to get it out, it ain't coming out, okay? So never put lube on the gears. Okay, so you're gonna take lube right here, okay, and you're gonna put some on just like this, okay? That's enough there. And we're gonna take our finger, okay, you're gonna have some paper towels at the handy, so that way you can wipe your finger off as you go. It does not matter if you get lube in this little hole here, okay? Doesn't matter, thank you. Okay, so I can get lube here, I can get lube on this part, no problem, halfway down, but I never wanna go past all the way with lubricant, okay? So I can go here, I can wipe it off. I just wanna make sure I got lots of lube here, okay? That's lubricant. It's gonna prevent the machine from leaking out the back, okay? If the machine leaks out the back, if you do not put enough lubricant here, when it freezes, you will know, because when you pull this tray out, you're gonna have mix in here, okay? This should always be empty. This is something, actually, that's a lie. This will sometimes have lubricant in it, but that's all that it's gonna have, this lube. Because if you put lots of lube on and you push it into place, as it's spinning, sometimes a bit of lube will work its way through and drip out the back, and it lands in this tray. So you'll see lubricant, no problem. if you ever see product, ice cream in this tray, it means that that seal in the back is leaking. There's ice cream leaking past this seal, dripping out here, and you're seeing it in this tray. Okay, that's this guy's job, to tell you mix is leaking right here. Okay, so then you're draining it, you're changing it, you're pulling this out, you're making sure the gasket's on the right way, you're gonna lube it, you're gonna put it back in again. If it continues to drip, this gasket is no good anymore. At that point, you're probably around the 3-month mark, you're gonna be changing your tune-up kit and replacing all the gaskets, okay? So this is something that you guys, as working here, can check every day. It's just right here, you know what? It's something in the morning, come in, oh, nice and clean, perfect. If there's a little bit of lube in here, you can wipe it or wash it out with the sink, leave it empty, put it back in again. Next morning, check, oh, nice and empty, perfect. Check it every day, okay? If you ever see mix, oh, you know what, full of mix, you know what, we gotta clean the machine today, guys. You know what I mean? Because it's leaking through the back, and you gotta let the right people know, okay? So that's something you guys can check on, okay? So again, this is your other beater assembly. So again, you're just gonna put another goop of lube, okay? And you're just gonna take your finger, and you're gonna smear it around, and you're gonna make sure that you got it. You got a nice good coating on this gasket, okay? You can bring a little bit around if you want to, come halfway down if you feel comfortable doing that. Lots of lube. So, we're gonna put this back together now, okay? So here we go. Big rings, okay? Gonna come on. Boom. Again, thumbs. Okay, that comes on. You can lube it now if you want to. You can lube it later. But these, you can see that there's some lube. Yeah, just around here.
Okay,
This is what makes the seal.
So what about the gaskets out? When you put it back in, you have to lube it.
That's right.
Simple as that, right?
Simple.
Rubber gasket, lube.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're just gonna
It's
lube
just
it
a
up.
matter of when you take it out, don't go crazy, and you lose the order of it, right? You have to have a
Okay, so there should be no gaps. Okay, doesn't matter if it's over lubed. Doesn't matter as long as it's filled up. Okay, so again, go right here. It does not matter if I lube in between here. Okay, as long as I'm getting the gaskets.
Remember, don't put the oil here and here. I made a mistake. Sometimes I put oil here and here. Yeah, so.
It comes on. Okay, just fight it over. It'll get easier as it starts to get worn. It'll come on and off easier. Okay, that comes on. We got these two little guys right here. Okay. And these hold the door center perfectly. It fits right in the little hole in the inside of this auger, and it holds them. Okay. Now, the handles, they go in after. Okay. If you try to put the handles in now, what's going to happen are the top of the knobs are going to hit these paddles. Okay. So it's going to cause you lots of grief. Oh, they won't fall. That's okay. Okay. Crown. That's a crown. So that's up. Correct. Okay. Next. Handle, slides, okay, and hang on to them if you can. You're gonna start right here, and you're gonna push it kind of into place, and you're gonna start turning these handles, okay, and they're gonna start threading the door tight, okay, and again, hand only, never anything more than hand tight. Just go until you can. You don't need pipe wrenches. Please never put tools on it, okay? Yeah. That's it. Hand tight. I'm done. No more. Like, just should be easy to come out after, okay? Next, you're gonna do your handles. Yep.
These?
Yep, so do you know which one is your mix? Which one's the middle? That's not. Yep, that's the one. Okay, so to put these in, okay, you're gonna grab them. You can grab one if you want, and I'll put one in. You're gonna take it, you're gonna get a little bit greasy on your hands, okay? So I'll show you first, and I'm gonna do the single, or do you wanna do the double? I'll do the double, okay? So, you're gonna take this. It doesn't matter if it's this way, or if it's this way, but this groove has to face towards you, so the handle can fit in it,
Oh, I see.
okay? So it can't be this way, it's gotta be either this way or this way. There's no right, there's no wrong, okay? So, you're gonna start from the bottom, and you're just gonna get right here, And you're gonna see lube coming off, that's fine. Whoop, push it in. Get the handle in. Pin comes in. And you just put it through a little bit. Okay, it's not in the way of this one. Okay, this one's ready. Next, you're gonna take your middle one. Yep, okay. Let's just confirm.
Right, because
That is in fact the middle one, yep.
Yeah.
So it's upside down. So boom, you're gonna go this way. Right?
Where's the...
Yep, yep,
You gotta
perfect.
stick it in first?
Yep, put her in. Put your finger on the bottom. Yep. Yep, that's it.
And then... How are you gonna...
Keep pushing up. Push up. Put your finger on. There you go. Yeah, you're almost there. Push up again. See, now you're pushing on the paddle, see? So you gotta hold it up. Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, good.
Yep. That goes in.
It doesn't matter which...
Nope.
Up or down.
Doesn't. And then you wiggle this in and make sure that goes through.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Finesse. That one's done. Hole is the bottom. Our air sits on top. No lubricant. Okay? No lube. Air, if you put lubricant here, it can get in and plug up and no air will get in. Okay? So this just fits in just dry like that. Okay? And then we're going to take this one, same side, so the holes are on the bottom. And we're going to lay them down in the hopper. Okay? And why we're going to lay them down is because we're going to sanitize the machine now. And we want to sanitize this, okay? Because everything's been touched by us. So the whole machine is cleaned, put back together, lubricated, ready to go. Sanitizer time. So they give you this
So
bucket.
that's...
You want to have on hand where the machine is. You want to have sanitizer. You want to have a tube of lubricant. And you always want to have an extra tune-up kit in case you find O-rings that are leaking that you just can't fix, by cleaning and lubricating, okay? It's always good to have a tune-up kit. When you use your tune-up kit, you would order another one and you can order it by this part number right here, the X. If you call our office, you can give that number and they will send you this out next day, okay? So that's there. We're gonna take one pack. So in this case, this bucket's kind of small for this hole. You're not going to put this whole thing in this little bucket, okay? So what you're going to do is, you can mix it in a half. You can put half of it in, put it in one hopper, and then half in the next hopper, okay? If you want to use a little bucket. So we're going to come over, and we're never going to use hot water, even for sanitizer. Only cool to lukewarm water. So cold is nice, it's warm, it's okay. It gets very hot.
So
Okay.
half of that bucket for one side, right?
No, you'll put the whole bucket in on one side.
Half a package of sanitizer.
Half a pack of sanitizer.
Half a package of sanitizer.
So,
And you're gonna...
because sometimes when you pour this in, it splashes everywhere, right? And it makes a big mess. If you take your brush, oh, not making a mess, all right. And you put your brush in the hopper like this, if you pour it onto the brush, it'll never splash.
Whoa.
Ever. Right? You can just pour it right onto the brush. See? No splash. Okay?
And after that, what we do? Just
fill
leave it
up-
in there.
He's gonna show you next step.
We can open up all, we can drain them all at the same time if we want to. So this light is blinking because the unit is low on mix. Nope, should be okay. I'm gonna take this though. So here's one of the things that we need to do, okay? So, we're gonna start on this side with our coffee. So, before any mix goes in this machine, it must be stirred and stirred very, very well, okay? It must be really good, really mixed, okay? And we're gonna pour a liter in. So we have 2 liters of mix here. So we'll come up.
Always start with 1 liter only.
And then you hold it down. Why you hold it?
You'll see.
You don't just fill it in, but you're holding the handle.
I am. Because you want to push the sanitizer out.
See it push that tiny bit of sanitizer?
Yeah. Push the water.
Okay, and then the other thing that you want to see happening, okay, you mix into a hopper, you're going to get up and you're going to look and you're going to want to see it bubble, okay? And what the bubbling tells you, okay, as the mix goes in, air is coming out. That's really important. If air is not coming out through the mix is going down in there, it's leaking out of your door. Okay, the air is going somewhere else. It's not going through the mix. So when you see bubbling up here, it tells you that your door is secure and sealed and everything is good in your door area. Okay, so that's why you want to see the bubbles. Okay, the only way the air can get out is through the mix. Okay, so you take a look. So yeah, you got a liter in there. Okay, see how the hole is on the bottom? For the initial freeze down, we are going to turn around and have the hole on the top.
So what are you trying to do?
For when we first initially freeze this unit down for the first time. It's fresh with mix, it's primed. We're going to take this tube and we're going to put it in upside down, okay? So the hole is up. And the reason why is it does not allow, as this barrel starts spinning, okay, what it can do if it's this way is more mix will start to drain into the barrel and it'll push the air out because the mix is heavier. So you'll fill the barrel full of mix and you'll start with a heavy product. So by turning the tube this way, no more product can get into the barrel once it starts spinning. So it starts spinning, it's freezing down, it's mixing that air in because no mix can push the air in. Okay? So you're going to take this tube and you're going to just put it in the hole. My hands are freshly washed. Use a glove or wash your hands, okay guys? So that's your one right there. And again, the hole again is up only for the initial freeze down, okay? Hole's up, ready to go. It's the end of the day and you're ready to go home. The machine's everything's, the store's clean, you're closed, you're ready to go home. So what you have to do, my friend, okay, is you have to wash your hands and you have to have clean hands for this procedure or have a glove, okay? You're gonna take this cover off, okay? Now, in the hopper, you wanna stand up and take a quick look. You're gonna see these two sticks. These are feed tubes, okay? You're gonna pull them out, okay? It's gonna have mix on it. See the hole on the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna take this off. You're gonna flip it upside down, okay? And you're gonna put it back in to the mix, okay? So now the hole is up. You can see the hole. See the hole right there up? You're gonna take this one. You're gonna do the exact same thing. So you're gonna take this stick upside down.
The hole is up, right?
The hole is up, okay? You're gonna
What
take
does that do?
So what it does is when it runs all night, it keeps the right amount of air in the machine. Okay, so this goes in. So what's gonna happen if you don't, okay? If you have the hole down. This machine, when it goes into standby, still runs all night, just a lot less than regular. It just keeps the product cold. So during the process of it running all night, what's going to happen is as it's spinning, it's letting the air out. It's beating the air out and more product is going in. So when you come in the morning, you're going to have a heavy machine, your heavy product, you're going to be wet, liquidy, runny for the first little bit until you draw some cones out and you start getting the air back into the barrel again. So just by it spinning, mix will get sucked in and air will come out because the mix is heavier. So by turning the hole upside down,
So what if we ever forget something?
no air can get in or out. No air can get out. So my mix is still going to be good. So I'm going to come to the machine and I've opened my store and I want to get my machine ready to sell. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to push the auto button. I'm not doing anything to those tubes yet. I'm just hitting the auto button. And now it's going back into freeze mode. Okay? And you're just going to wait until it shuts off. Okay? okay? And then when it shuts off,
This should be about how long? Maybe 2-3 minutes?
yeah, it'll be a couple minutes.
So we're just freezing down whatever's in the cylinder now. It just needs about 2 or 3 minutes, and then the compressor will shut off.
Yeah,
At that time, then we'll reverse the tubes.
that's right.
I have a question. So you know,
We are ready to start selling, but before I can draw any ice cream, I now have to reach in, and I have to pull this out, and I have to flip these tubes upside down again. Again, I'm gonna wash my hands or put a glove on and have clean hands. Now the hole is down, okay? So that's the morning. Hole goes down. Actually, what I also would do, take this over to the sink and rinse it out, because see how there's could possibly be coffee residue on there. That's gonna harden, get all sticky, and then air won't get. Okay, you can you can rinse it in the sink. We're gonna be draining the machine down, so it doesn't matter.
Because sometimes
Rinse it in the sink, put it back in. You're open for business. It's ready to start serving ice cream immediately.
the sweet part has something there, which is with the ice in it.
Now,
Just not that.
what you are gonna notice, guys, whoever opens, when you draw your first ice cream cone out in the morning,
But the lychee,
it's gonna be soft, no matter what. Okay, so what you should do is, and also if no one orders ice cream for say an hour, it's gonna be soft at the door, okay? Just because ambient temperature here and other reasons, but it'll be warmer, okay? Beaten. So you're gonna take it, you should have a little metal cup, and you can draw out a little bit out of the middle. It's gonna start both freezing cylinders going. It's gonna get rid of that little bit of softness. And then your next ice cream that comes out will be much firmer and ready to go. You know what I mean?
So just wanted to mention that if we do have a freeze up and you pull the handle down and nothing comes out, you want to put it on wash. You can then pull the mixed feed tube out and you'll see it bubble down. Give it about 10 or 15 minutes to melt.
we don't have any more ice.
Once you see the products coming out like liquid, you then can put it back into automatic. That usually happens if you took out too many cones in a row, or if you didn't have any product in the hopper, or if the product was frozen and clogged up the hole, or it could happen if you had like little particulates from fruit or something that clog up the hole. Those are really the reasons you get freeze-ups. If for any reason the machine goes out on reset, that's usually because of a freeze-up. You then want to go to the reset button and press the reset button. That's the one for the right side, and that's the one for the left side. And now we'll reset it, go back in automatic, and it will correct itself. So now it seems like we have a complete understanding on how the machine operates, and now we're just going to draw some product and we're good to go. Now when you get to the top, bring it straight down just to get that nice little swirl. Enjoy.